Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Kim Piazza. If you love movies, especially independent and locally produced productions, then the Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival is where you need to be when some of the most exciting films ever are screened at the Dipson Theaters here at the Eastern Hills Mall. Joining us is Greg Lamberson, author, movie maker, and creator of the festival. Welcome.
Thank you, Kim. I want to go to that festival. It sounds great.
Well, I think you're going to kind of be there, you know, by default.
I will be living there.
You're going to be living there. So how many days is the festival?
This year we have expanded to 10 days. That's one full week at the Eastern Hills Cinema here in the Eastern Hills Mall. That's November 4th through November 10th. And then we have 3 additional days at the screening room in the Northtown Plaza. And those 3 days will be strictly science fiction films.
So that's 10 days. That's like a huge festival. That's tremendous. How many films?
105 films. That comes out to 32 features. And the rest are shorts, although some of those shorts we call short features because they're 40 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. That's, well, that's a lot to watch for you. So how many submissions did you have?
This year we received 350 submissions, which is our record. And as you know, I was busy over the summer working on a project of my own. So it was a lot of last minute watching, a lot of long hours, and it's not just me, it's my partner Chris Ioli. The two of us watch every single film. So we put our personal imprint on every aspect of this festival.
Well, we are going to talk about your summer project, which nice t-shirt, Johnny Gruesome, that'd be the summer project.
Oh, this old thing?
Yes, this old thing. I have a t-shirt just like that, Greg. But first I want to finish talking about the festival. So 10 days, movies every day, hours of movies every day. You know, people might tend to think that that could get a little expensive to buy a ticket to every one of those movies, but you have a solution for that.
Folks would be mistaken. Admission is $10 for one screening, but we have a day pass, which is $20. So for $20, you can come and watch 4 or 5 features and short films. And we offer an all festival pass, which is only $100. So that's $10 a day.
I strongly recommend the all festival pass. It's really great because you might suddenly find yourself with a little extra time and you've got the pass, and it kind of just encourages you to come down and use it. A 10-day all festival pass. And Western New York, I've been to this festival. It's a great festival. You need to come, and it's a pass you would use and enjoy. And you've got movies from different genres. I know that you have a local film called 6 Guys, 6,000 Miles.
A documentary produced by People Inc.
And then you have Roy Frumkes coming in, and he has...
Roy Frumkes is one of our special guests. He's showing a 30th anniversary screening of a film he did called Street Trash, which is an outrageous cult film, and it's going to be a very busy screening. But we're also showing another film of his he did, a 1981 TV documentary about a bike program for kids with Down syndrome. And this film's hardly ever shown, and he's restored it and re-edited it, so we're giving it a slot.
Sure, that's actually really exciting.
It's a good film.
I can't wait to see it. And you have people coming in from all over the world, don't you, with their films?
This is what we attribute the success of the festival to. We have at least a dozen filmmakers from out of state coming in, and they tend to come for 3 or 4 days and network with the other filmmakers and the local people who come. Mm-hmm. And it's really nice to see because so many of our regular filmgoers become friends with these people and continue to support the films on Facebook.
Sure.
I mean, it's corny, but we really do build up a family of filmmakers. And these are the people who then spread the word about the film. And we have a fantastic reputation beyond Western New York.
So these filmmakers, they're here, and they're very accessible to whomever is in the audience. So that's people who come to see the films, people who've maybe been acting in the films, the filmmakers themselves, and so that networking, which is so important in anything you do in this industry, you're really making that available to Western New York.
Absolutely, and you know, there are a lot of there's a lot of film festivals everywhere now. They're popping up left and right. They're a cash cow for some people. Some people are in for the right reasons like we are, some people are not. But there are a lot of genre festivals that will show 100 films, but they do it by holding the festival in a hotel and screening in 3 different banquet rooms one after another, so that people have to choose between the films. For us, it's important to show the films in a real movie theater, which is why a lot of these people come, because they want to see their work on a big screen. And we don't like to counter program. We like people, anyone who's crazy enough to see 105 films, we want to make it easy for them.
So if you want to, you can come to every single film here at the Eastern Hills Mall.
Yes,
You
and we do
won't
have
miss a
people who
single
do
one.
it. We do have people who
and
do
Terry
it.
Kimmel, I think, isn't that something a local favorite? Terry Kimmel likes to.
Terry Kimmel, Julian Dickman, Bill Fisher, these guys come to every single movie. And this year, our big film is a family drama called 2 for 1, and we're showing that 3 times. So I like to look at the second 2 screenings of 2 for 1 as sleep-in time for Terry, Julian,
For the guys who
and
go to
Bill.
all the films. Okay, we've got to talk about what you did this summer because it was a very exciting summer for you. And Johnny Gruesome is on your T-shirt. Tell us about it.
Johnny Gruesome is a project, it's a screenplay I wrote when I was 18 years old. It was always intended just to be a fun B-movie. And you know, for 30 years I've been making films and none of them have ever cost more than $50,000. And I could never do this particular story on one of those budgets. And last year after Killer Rack, I just said, you know, I ain't getting any younger and I have to make this film this year. And with the help of John Renna and a local investor named Aaron Heald, we raised the money to make a real movie, hiring the best local people, SAG actors, a television host, and we made this horror film, Johnny Gruesome, with super production value.
It was awesome.
It was a dream project.
Awesome. Are we allowed to talk about the lead? Are we allowed to talk about Johnny?
We can. It was very important that the lead character, a teenager who's murdered and comes back as sort of a combination ghost zombie, Johnny Grissom, who becomes Johnny Gruesome. It was really important to have somebody who was charismatic, believable as a high school student, and could carry the film on his shoulders. And we got a guy named Anthony Della Torre who submitted his resume to me through a backstage ad. He's a musician, his band is terrific, and he loved the script and wanted to play the part, and he is on the cusp of making it very big in the business. He's got a significant role, which we're not allowed to reveal, in the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. He's in a heavy metal themed thriller called Lords of Chaos, and he's going to be hitting pretty big right around the time that Johnny Gruesome comes out, which is great for us.
Sure is.
I'd also like to mention that the other lead is Byron Brown II, the son of City of Buffalo mayor, and he is fantastic in the movie.
He is fantastic. He's fantastic, and he's so cute. He's so good looking. The girls are just going to fall for him. They're just going to be armies of Byron fans.
What's amazing about Byron in this film is he's always wearing these baggy clothes, so he looks like a very slender guy. But when that shirt comes out, I don't know where these giant Hulk muscles came from. But he's fantastic, and the whole cast is great. You're fantastic. It was a dream cast and a dream crew. I got the best crew people from Buffalo working on this film.
You had the best of every. You had the best in makeup. You had your head makeup person was in from out of town, and are you allowed to name drop with some of the films he's worked on?
Sure. Craig Lindbergh is a longtime friend of mine, and when I got this going, I didn't want to take a chance on the special effects, and I said, are you free? And he just happened to be coming off a TV show. He's worked on TV shows like Boardwalk Empire. He was part of a crew that won an Emmy for Saturday Night Live. Tons of features, and he's part of a group of New York City actors that when a film is set in New York but shoots in another city, they come to New York for a week or two, then he tends to get that work.
Sure.
But he's got 100 credits on IMDb, and that's incomplete.
So you really had the best of the best. It's an amazing team that you brought together here in Western New York, and keeping the movie in Western New York and employing Western New Yorkers and using local locations. It's just good on top of good. And you have a movie coming out in December, which will make a great Christmas gift.
I actually have 3 movies coming out in December, because Killer Rack, which plays at the Screening Room October 28th and 29th, will be out on DVD December 13th. You're familiar with the film. And my first film, Slime City, and its sequel, Slime City Massacre, which was made in Buffalo, will be released on Blu-ray the same day. And
both of those films have a huge cult following.
I hope it continues to get bigger. A lot of fans for years have been asking for a Blu-ray of Slime City, so this is sort of a gift for them, but to be able to get both films together is a nice package. Stocking stuffers. Killer Rack, Slime City.
The perfect gift for the person who has everything. Slime City and Slime City Massacre.
That's right.
Especially if we're from Western New York. Once again, Slime City Massacre filmed in Western New York. Killer Rack filmed in Western New York. You know, Greg, it's so cool that Western New York has people like you, people who are creative. You're an artist in your genre, and yes, you've stayed here and you're bringing work here for the other artists in the area. That's just, you're part of what makes Western New York so fantastic.
Thank you, Kim. It is part of the goal, and I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people who work primarily in Buffalo on films when they can, and they travel out of town when they have to. But when I do a project, I live here, I want to make films here, and I want to build something here, both with my films and with this festival.
Thanks for coming, Greg. Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival runs November 4th through 10th at the Dipson Theaters here in the Eastern Hills Mall, and then moves November 11th through the 13th to the screening room in the North Town Plaza. Be there.